Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Pablo Alfonso, sir, thank you very much for joining me. You are scheduled to be competing on the upcoming Titan FC card, which will be on UFC Fight Pass. How did this kind of arrangement come about, sign up with Titan FC?
I got a phone call from a matchmaker in Florida because I had a hard time getting a fight here. There's a bunch of pussies out here, a bunch of vaginas that didn't want to take a fight in Florida. And then this guy called me like, man, I couldn't get your fights here, but I got good news. You're going to be fighting for Titan FC, so you guarantee you're going to get a fight. So I was like, yes, man, finally. It's been like a year and a half that I haven't fought. But I have a hard time getting fights here, so I'm finally getting a fight. I'm ready to show some storm in the cage.
Well, with Titan FC, they're looking to put their base now in Florida, so that, I suppose, kind of gives you a little bit of a boost, a bit of relief, I suppose, having the fact that they'll be based more in Florida, so you'll probably hopefully get on their cards more often, get the fights regular. That must be good news for you then.
Yes, it is a good news, especially it's going to be in UFC Fight Pass, so it's going to be major exposure for my name. So yeah, I want to put a show for sure in this fight, in this card.
Now, like you said, that Titan FC's on Fight Pass. It is a good piece of exposure for any fighter really that's on the kind of up and coming circuit, so to speak. With yourself, with the time that you've had off, obviously the frustration of not being able to compete, did you then try to take advantage of having the time off to maybe add to your arsenal and develop any areas that you felt that weren't strong enough and maybe could have been strengthened?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I had a loss way back, and I had to work on my weakness and yeah, especially my cardio. I have my techniques. I go in there and give everything I got, but towards the end, I start gassing out, and that's what I was lacking on my training is my cardio, and that's what I've been working on for years, just working on my cardio and work my techniques, you know.
Well, I was going to say, a lot of it's
crazy stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's energy, isn't it? Energy management, because if you go out there at the start of the round, in the first round, and you throw everything into everything you do, like every punch, every kick is 100%, it's pretty much impossible to sustain that for 3 5-minute rounds. Have you been kind of developing not only just your cardio, but managing the output on how you do, picking the right time to throw the power and when not to?
Yeah, I've been pacing myself in sparring. You know, usually I go all out and get everything I got, and I'm still going crazy. You know, even I have no energy, I'll still be throwing. But it's not a smart move to do it. I've been getting a lot of experience, and I'm still learning, you know? Even though I have a lot of experience, I'm still learning a lot.
Well, that is the sport.
You know, I'm just maintaining.
Hey, that's the sport, man. It's a learning sport, you know. It's a very... You're always going to learn. You're never going to know everything, and that's the thing. The thing with training is you've had a bit of time then, I suppose, to experiment with, like you said, practicing with your striking, you're pushing your cardio. Then, when you do the sparring, seeing how good your cardio is now when you do compete. If you do like a Shark Tank. For people who are listening and don't know what a Shark Tank is, that's when, for example, Pablo would be in the cage or on the mat, as it were, depending on where you were, and he would have a fresh opponent every round, you know, and it's horrible. I'll say it right now, it's horrible. But
I went through that when I was wrestling. It was called shark bait. I was in a circle and I was wrestling like every fresh guy in there. I was like a bait in the middle. But I haven't done that in a long time, and I started to forget about it, and I'm just going crazy in sparring. But, you know, I maintain sometimes. Sometimes it's just when I get into the cage, I give everything I got. You know, I'm a show. I like to put a show in the fight. But, you know, I've just been maintaining and not going crazy and stay composed and getting my good timing in and be smart, you know. A lot of fighters are getting smarter and see a lot of things, and they are develop a lot of good different techniques, developing their karate or kung fu or boxing, any martial arts. They're just involving in MMA. Back in the days, karate wasn't. I used to laugh about a karate. Oh, karate guy's gonna be in a cage. He's gonna get taken down all day. But look at me, your Ultimate Cheetah. He came in and proved I was wrong, and he's involving in MMA. Karate's involving boxing, wrestling. A lot. So.
Well, that's the thing. It is something that every sport or every martial art, there is probably something in each one that you can abstract from and use yourself, or someone could use themselves. Obviously, not every style suits every fighter. You're not going to. I would say like the Taekwondo, Stephen Thompson, for example, he's on fire at the moment with the striking. His kind of style,
yes.
It's beautiful, but it doesn't suit some guys because their style isn't. They're just not that kind of inclined to fight like that.
Yeah. Like, Conor McGregor, he uses Taekwondo too.
Yeah.
People don't see it, but he uses Taekwondo kicks, and I see those techniques. So, yeah, there's a lot of, Taekwondo's involving too. A lot of stuff is involving. And, it's becoming complete martial arts.
Yes.
And it's still involving, so.
And
we're all learning.
And I'm sure you've had a lot of fun, I suppose, then, in between the fights, kind of adding stuff and trying new things out. Is there anything particular that you've found that you kind of fell in love with?
I always try out new things in the cage. Every fight, I always try out. My last fight, I tried El Chiva as a capoeira move that you throw a spinning roundhouse kick, or you put your hand on the mat and throw a kick. I threw that in my last fight. Before that fight, I fought Patrick Williams, UFC fighter. I did a spinning heel kick. Kind of missed it. I glazed. I hit him a little bit, but I ended up knocking him out. But I did every fight. I did a lot of new techniques, and I'm probably doing another new technique in this next fight.
I was going to say we're going to look forward. We get to look forward to a new you. So it could be in a way that because you've had the time to change things up and mix it up. We're going to see an entertaining you, but an evolved, like in the next level, I suppose.
Yeah, I am. I'm kind of changing my style because I've been cross training.
Yeah.
A lot more now. Before I used to work on one gym or two gyms, but I've been cross training now, and we're learning a lot more new techniques. And my style has changed a lot in a year. So it probably seem a fast pace. If it's not a fast pace, I'm gonna be in his face a lot. And I'm more confident in my cardio now. So
that's good.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, with the cross train, I've always said to people, it's a good thing, the cross train. People should maybe do it a bit more often, because you do get other perspectives from other people then, and it can sometimes you sit there and go, I never saw that before, my coach never saw it, because if you're doing the same thing every time with the same people, sometimes it's hard to see new things. So I'm sure, they've seen, this cross training's helped you a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I've been working with this guy as a kickboxer champion. And I work with this guy, and he shows me crazy techniques, and I've never seen it before. And I'm glad I'm cross training and learning having new bodies.
Yeah.
It's always I'm sparring with different people that I don't know, and I'm like, I get uncomfortable because I'm not used to it. Now I'm starting to get comfortable with different people, and I'm getting confident.
It's good. It's good to hear.
It's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like, Pablo. It sounds a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm kind of enthusiastic already from the idea of that you're looking to evolve as a fighter, and it's good to hear that from a guy. Look, you get fingers crossed. You don't slip out the shower and put your back out. Everything's going to go superb in your training for the Titan FC fight coming up. Look, before I let you go though, Pablo, can you give me can you give the people at home what your social media is so people could jump on to give you a follow, maybe?
Yes, please guys, go to the website Titan FC, UFC Fight Pass, and order online, order to watch. I'm sorry, let me repeat that again. I want you guys to go to my Facebook and click on my link to go buy tickets to go see my fight, and I will put a show for you fans for sure. Just don't blink, man. That's it.
What's your social media links then, buddy? How do people get onto you?
My Instagram is Pablo Alfonso MMA. Just go to Instagram, type Pablo Alfonso MMA. I'm there. I usually promote there. I got Snapchat, Twitter, all that in the same name, Pablo Alfonso MMA. Type that and you'll see me there on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat.
Awesome. So, well, I've already got UFC Fight Pass. Had it for a long time. I love watching the Titan cards on it. But before, what about sponsors, buddy? You got any sponsors out there helping you out?
Yes, I have a sponsor, Liquid Vita, so far, and that's it. I only got one sponsor so far, but sooner or later I'll just throw it out on my Facebook. That's it.
And
what about? All I have right now.
What about you mentioned cross training with gyms? Any particular coaches you want to give a shout out to and training partners?
Yes, I put a shout out for my coach, Master Cesar Canero, Daniel Valverde, Gregory from Knockout Zone, Diego, and my strength conditioning coach, Marcos Furman.
Awesome. Look.
And I want to dedicate for my mom that she has cancer. I'm fighting for her, so this is for her. I want to win this fight for my next fight.
Win it and give her inspiration. Honestly, Pablo, I wish your mum all the best in her recovery, and I want to give you a big pat on your back and have a great fight. I'm glad you're getting back in the cage, and you know, look, have a fantastic time at Titan FC, mate. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to you fighting more times on Titan and getting more opportunities.
Thank you so much. I will stay busy.